Hello, my knitting friends and buddies. My name is Nadia. I'm the face behind the Lemon Knit channel, where we discuss all things knitting. Now that the autumn is in full bloom, with all the leaves slowly changing colors and decorating the ground under our feet, many of us can't help but wish to decorate their houses to look more autumnal. And this leads to massive levels of overconsumption, from buying cheap goods in home decor store or maybe ordering cute pumpkins from Temu. These all cannot be a good thing for anybody who at least somewhat cares for ecology. But don't get me wrong, I am also very guilty of buying cute pumpkins or sweater weather rugs for my home. But this year in particular, I had an epiphany. I just realized that I have a huge yarn stash. It's leftover yarns from my project throughout the year, or some yarns that I bought for some kind of project and didn't end up using. So why don't I just make home decor? It's a win-win situation. I both can use up the yarn that I otherwise wouldn't use, and I get to make my house look cozy and autumnal and feel the fall spirit. So basically, pumpkin spice my apartment up. When I was writing this joke, I was very proud of it. I can definitely say that was a mistake. But it's staying. So in this video, I'm gonna share some inspirational ideas of what you can make with your own hands, needles and yarn to decorate your home for this season without breaking your bank and without helping banks of very rich people that own all the big corporations who make home decor stuff. So grab your beverage of choice and let's get into it. Unfortunately, this is how we're gonna set up the shot for today because I have a dire need to look into my PC. So the way that today's video is gonna work, I'm gonna show you some inspirational photos or pictures from Pinterest that might be some particular objects. Some of them will be crochet, but the ones that you can actually replicate with knitting. Some will be just like general aesthetics pictures. And knowing Pinterest, some of them are probably AI, and I'm very sorry about it. I can't filter out. Nowadays, AI is all over Pinterest, and I'm so pissed about it, but nothing we can do. And for every idea that I have, I will share one or two patterns from Ravelry that you will be able to make yourself. And what is very cool about those patterns in particular is that most of them are actually free patterns, which is, I know, crazy. So let's go! What are we waiting for? First category of scrap yarn projects that you can make to bring into the autumnal mood into your apartment are blankets. There are lots of blankets and scrappy blanket types that you can find on Ravelry. There is a lot of patterns, and sometimes they can look ridiculous, to be honest. Also, I'm very sorry, the lighting is gonna change a lot because I use the natural light being the sun, and it comes and goes. So I'm very sorry, but the lighting in the video is gonna change a lot. It's just like that's Denmark for you. Blankets. I feel like that for a blanket to become autumnal blanket, it needs to correspond to a autumnal color scheme. And also it needs to be cozy because there are some summer blankets, there are some floral blankets, they're not the vibe, you know. So the first blanket that I have on my list is called Painting Honeycombs Blanket by Stephen West. And it's this cute blanket with one main color that makes kind of like the canvas of this painting in a way, and a lot of different colorful dots, which you can use your scrap yarns for. And I think it's actually a genius idea because it looks like it's supposed to be this way. So it doesn't look scrappy in a bad way. It's just like, it looks like a color palette, maybe like an eyeshadow palette in a way because it's like circles. And If you choose the colors right, it can like basically be an autumn palette. So like a lot of reds, browns, yellows, oranges. Just imagine how many options you can find to fill it in. And you don't have to follow the pattern precisely. So for example, here every row has its own color. So it's one row like orange, one row blue, whatever. And you can completely randomize it and add all the colors that you want. And it doesn't take a lot of color to make one circle. So I think that's a great idea. And the second blanket I want to talk about is called Annie's Song by Laura Ayler. This is a wavy, lacy type of blanket. It also has different colors, but here there are stripes of different colors. So it will require you to have more yarn of like the same color to make proper white stripes. If you don't have enough, you can make it like with thinner stripes, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be as cute. So if your yarn stash is just like small amounts of leftovers, that's not the project for you. But on the good side, it's only $5 for the pattern, and the pattern looks amazing because it has both like interesting wavy design, also with lacy details in it. So it's definitely a unique thing. If you choose colors correctly, it will fall directly into the fall aesthetics that you want to get. Fall into fall aesthetics. I'm so punny today. The next category of ideas are making pillows for your sofa, maybe for even just like in your room, you can just like put them on different commodes or on the table or even on your chairs. That can be hella cute actually. There are a lot of different plush pumpkin pillows in a home decor store. As someone with sensitive issues, they usually feel like crap, like they feel like plastic. They are mostly polyester, right? So imagine making pillows that look cute, autumnal, but like out of merino wool and your leftover yarns to make it look super cute, but also feel great. And also you can use it as an actual pillow when you're like lying on the sofa. What can be better? A lot of things. A lot of things can be better. So for today's video, I chose one pattern that will be pumpkin related and one pattern that is just like autumnal vibey, but without actual like pumpkins on it, so that if you don't really get into the pumpkin mood, you can just have a cute one. The pumpkin one is called Pillow Toss Pumpkin by Marie Mayhew. It's a pattern of this huge, cute pumpkin. It's an actual pumpkin with some leaves going out of it. It requires super bulky yarn, but I think it only requires like 130 meters of it. So like if you have one skein of your super bulky weight yarn in a stash, that can be a very nice project to make. You might also want to find some green yarns because it does have leaves attached to it and like a few vines going from the top of the pumpkin. But I guess that can be optional, you know? So like if you don't have those, just don't think about it too much. Just make the pumpkin. It's gonna be very soft, it's gonna be super comfy, and it's quite a quick knit because it's super bulky yarn and it's knit on 8mm US 11 needles. What's not to like? The pillow that is not a pumpkin, but in my opinion, in my personal opinion, looks like it can become a very fall-inspired pillow. It's called, actually it's a set, pillow and rug set by Celeste Pinheiro. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm very not sure. But it's this checkered pillow with a lot of big squares, and then there are small squares inside the big squares. And on the sample photo that is in the pattern, I think the colors already scream autumn, but imagine just like changing black to brown, for example, and it's already like the coziest pillow you can imagine. And it's actually a free pattern, which is also awesome. Now that we are done talking about pillows and pumpkin pillows, let's switch to the elephant in the room, like pumpkins. Everybody likes cute pumpkins to place anywhere. They're great decoration. And usually it's just the same and the same pattern, isn't it? Pumpkin that is used all over the knitting world, and I see them like everywhere. But I actually found two cute pumpkin patterns for you that are, in my opinion, unique. And one of them is more cutesy and another one is more creepy and Halloween stylish. So the cute pumpkin is called Little Halloween Pumpkin Liz. It's this adorable pattern by, oh, I'm not gonna try to pronounce this name. I will definitely butcher it, so just enjoy it on the screen. And it's this adorable little pumpkin wearing a witch hat, and it has like those blush and little eyelashes, and it's, I just can't. I will definitely be making it because, like, look at her. How can you not? And also it's a free pattern, which is something we really like. It uses sport weight yarn and you only need 3 colors, I guess. One for the pumpkin, one for the main color of the hat, and one for the stripe on the hat. But if you don't have the color for the stripe, you can just like make it solid color hat. I don't think it's gonna affect the result very much, honestly. And the creepy pumpkin is called Mini Pumpkin Spirit by M. Lind Dolls. And it's this a pumpkin that looks like it has its roots coming out of it. And those roots look kind of like a body and arms and legs of this pumpkin creature. And it's a bit creepy, but at the same time, it's adorably creepy. And I kind of feel like it's gonna look perfect if you either hang it somewhere or you just like make it sit somewhere. So you will need a wall to kind of like push it to. But still, it's so cute. The pattern requires you to have some fingering weight yarn in 2 colors, orange and green. And it's only 3.5 meters of orange and 14 meters of green, so perfect stash buster. Next category of patterns will be garlands. It's always a great decoration for your walls, and what's awesome about garlands is that if you make a garland for every season with some seasonal little trinkets on the garland, it's like the quickest way to change the mood of your room very quickly. Like, for example, 1st of December comes and you're just like, hit, the garland with pumpkin goes away, hit, the garland with like Christmas stuff, Christmas trees and everything comes in, and it's already another mood. So that's a very effective way to just like switch things up completely in a matter of seconds. I have 2 patterns with garlands for you today. One is called Fall Harvest Charm Set by Susan B. Anderson. And it's a pattern that tells you how to make a garland with different fall produce. Pumpkins, different berries, I think hazelnuts, I'm not sure, grapes, and some autumn leaves. And pine cones. It also has pine cones. I think it's super cute. Those little vegetables you can actually make of different colors. So for example, if you don't want to have like all the vegetables on your garland, you can just like make only pumpkins, but make them in different colors. So it's bright and interesting, and it will definitely be an accent for your room. But if you don't want to splurge on the garland pattern, I have a free option for you called Fall Leaves Pattern, and it's a pattern by Bobby Intfield, and it's a pattern that consists of different types of leaves, like tree leaves. It has oak leaves, it has maple leaves, birch leaves, and some of the leaves I have no idea what they are, but they look cute. And you can make them in different colors, and the same idea, like you can mix and match them the way that your garland looks fun, and you can make it unique to your own taste. And you can combine this with the previous pattern and just like kind of switch things up a little bit. And talking about pumpkins and fall produce, honestly, you can find free patterns for little pumpkins. There's a lot of them, like the one I already mentioned, the Easy Knit pumpkin, for example. Make very small ones and just add them to the garland. Like you will just need to add some kind of, you either sew them to the garland or just like make a little loop on top so that you can place it onto an already existing garland. So very easy way to spice it up. Pumpkin spice it up. I'm hilarious. The next category of patterns are coasters. They are quick to knit. They are always useful because autumn is the season for all the hot drinks that can completely ruin your table. So coasters are a thing to go for. Yeah, I've got 3 different patterns for you. 2 of them are pumpkin related and 1 apple related. That's something new, right? So the first pattern is called Decorative Pumpkin by Svetlana Gordon or Gardon, I'm not sure. And it's actually a bigger coaster. So it's not like a small one, it's a big one that can fit like a few drinks or maybe a plate with something. And it also has details you can add, like a spider and a leaf that are also included in the pattern. And I think it can be really cute, especially if you still have like barbecues outside during warmer autumn days. This can look so cute on the wooden table, you know, and you just like place your salad or whatever on top of it. Cute. It uses DK weight yarn and it doesn't say how much yarn. Well, I guess we'll have to kind of play the yarn chicken with this one, don't we? The second coaster with a pumpkin pattern is called Pumpkin Mug Rug Knit by Brianna K Designs. And honestly, it's one of those patterns where pumpkin in it is not a decisive part of the design, okay? It's one of those designs that's like a basic coaster that has some pumpkin embroidery on it. Not embroidery, I think it's like knitted into, not like duplicate stitch or anything, but like kind of looks like it, you know? It's super simple, it's cute, and it's made with worsted weight yarn, so it's gonna be such a quick knit. And also what I think is that it's a great gift for someone because these are super quick to knit. It has some cute details. Coasters is something everybody needs. And so if you're making boo baskets or whatever young people are making nowadays, that would be a great idea. The last coaster on our list is an Apple for the Teacher coaster by Snow-Capped Knits. And it's like exactly what it says. It's a apple coaster. What I love about this pattern, that it's actually 2-sided. So on one side, it's the insides of an apple that was like cut in half. And the other side is like the apple from the outside. So you can kind of turn them over and switch the design in a way. So that is very cute in my opinion. And it's also made with worsted weight yarn. So a quick knit for sure. But if we talked about something to place cup onto, we also need to talk about something to put your cup into. Yes, I'm talking about cup cozies. They are a staple in every knitter's world because they are great knits. Knifts? Oh, did I just create a genius word? Nift, knitted gift. Okay, from now on, people, you know, we are filling up the new vocabulary of Nadia's mispronunciations because her English is not good. So nifts is a new word we're gonna have here, following the dress and bread from the last video. So yes, cup cozies are the perfect nifts because they're super quick and they can be so cute, and pretty much everybody drinks warm drinks nowadays. So the first cup cozy pattern I would like to share with you is called Autumn Doodle Cup Cozy by Jamie Lomax. And it's actually a collection of different designs for the cup cozy. So it's a cup cozy with included motifs, but also you can design something by yourself into this doodle pattern. So like the middle part of the autumn cozy, you can just like place anything you want, basically in any color you want. So it gives you a lot of creativity options to make it like super personal. But also for me, autumn is also the sweater weather season. So when I saw this pattern by Kalura Hudson called Snow Fern Cozy, I thought this is perfect. I know it's supposed to be a winter pattern, like winter related, but if you ask me, it looks like a perfect autumnal sweater. So if you find colors, for example, actually, I just had an idea. You can match this cup cozy with your own sweater. So if you have like a cabled sweater that you made or maybe bought, you can actually match your cup cozy with these cute cables on it to your sweater. Oh my God, I'm genius. Actually, I really want to do that, but I don't have any cabled sweaters yet, so. Can I make a very quick sweater with cables? Probably not. But some of you guys need to try that. If you ever decide to make a cup cozy for your cup looking like your sweater, you have to send me pictures. Just like go to Instagram and DM me pictures because it's the cutest idea I can think of right now. And I will be obsessed with it forever. And this pattern is a free pattern, so Nadia approved. One random thing I want to propose in between different patterns is actually not a knitting pattern and not knitting per se, but something that you can make with yarn. I had this idea a few days ago because I saw somebody make yarn art. When people take canvas, they take glue and they glue yarn in different shapes to the canvas so it makes actual piece of art. And I thought that if you have some leftover orange yarn, and most of us do have leftover orange yarns because all of us are crazy about autumn colors. You can actually make a little painting for yourself to hang on the wall with your yarn. So that could be an idea. Okay, I've got two categories of home good stuff that are actually more kitchen related, you know. First being towels. It might be dish towels, might be just like table towels, whatever you prefer. And what's good about towels is that you can make them look scrappy and it won't offend your inner artist because like it's a towel, it can look whatever it wants. But also if it's a perfect towel, it will definitely give this fall feeling to your kitchen. So I've got two patterns here. First pattern is Balabasta Tea Towel and Dishcloth by Nina Machlin Dayton. It's a two-colored pattern. It's a two-colored color work pattern that you can use two worsted weight yarns from your stash for. And it's garter stitch mosaic pattern. I think it looks hella cute. In the sample pictures, it's red and white, so it doesn't scream autumn, but if you choose the colors that actually associate with autumn for you, it's gonna look hella cute. The second pattern I have is also mosaic knitting. It's kitchen cloth, actually. I thought it was a towel, now I am not so sure. It's just called kitchen cloth in mosaic design by Koharu Biyori. And it's super bright, it's super cute. I think it's little berries or something. And it can look very autumnal and cute. What I would do if I were you, I don't really like it being monochromatic. So instead of having like only blue berries, maybe make multiple colors or like every row of its own color and can look scrappy, but at the same time, it will be all united with the same like motif that it has on the design. So can look so cute. And here it's made in cotton because it's supposed to be a kitchen cloth, but if you make it from other type of yarns, you can actually use it for like anything, honestly. It can actually even look cute if you make it super long and place on your table, like in the middle of the table, decoration kind of stuff. So a lot of possibilities, and this pattern is free. Another category of kitchen supplies, kinda, are pot holders. And here you can either just find a basic pattern where you make a square pot holder and make pretty much any design on it, any design you desire. You can even duplicate stitch on it. Or you can use one of these two. First one is Pumpkin Pot Holder by Lisa Hannah Fox. And it's, I think it's a double knit pot holder. Yeah, it is double knit pot holder. So it's cute. It's like on one side you can see like a one color pumpkin, on the other side is gonna be the opposite. And I think it can be cute actually. And that is a free pattern. But I also have a fancier pattern for you. It's called Spooky Bed Pot Holder by Daniele Oliver Chauvet. And this one in particular is a very cute bat pattern. It's also double knit, I think. Yes, it is. And it has small spiders in the corners and it's very cute. But also, as far as I understand, there's a whole book of these patterns available on Ravelry. So you can have multiple patterns with cats, ravens, and everything. We are finally on the last category that I could think of, and these are wreaths. I know that might be a little bit unexpected. That's not something everybody thinks about when they are thinking about fall. Usually wreaths are considered a Christmas thing, right? But what if you make a wreath that is not like Christmas tree branches or whatever, but instead you make it out of the fall leaves in different colors. And that is exactly what Lion Brand Yarns decided to make in their fall wreath pattern. It's basically a wreath base that has been knitted around, and then multiple leaves were knitted and felted and attached to it. I think this is a perfect project for stash busting because every leaf requires just like a very little amount of yarn. Even if you make it like bigger so that you can felt it in your washing machine or whatever, whichever way you prefer to felt your stuff. And this is gonna be a like longer taking project because you have to make a lot of leaves for it not to feel too empty. But at the same time, just imagine how cute it's gonna look on your door. And it's a free pattern. But if you don't want to make leaves on your wreath, you can just go with the Cozy Winter Sweater Wreath by Daniele Wiedener. And I know it's a winter pattern. It's even called Cozy Winter. And I would say that's because it's white. If it's not white colored, it's gonna look autumnal. So just like make it in different colors of like green, red, or anything you prefer. And it's gonna look very cozy and autumnal. And it's a free pattern. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will leave the link to the bundle in the description box below. Please tell me in the comments if you have any other ideas on what to make for your home out of the yarns you have in stash. Maybe you will inspire me to make something because my apartment right now doesn't look too cozy. It's a rental apartment, so I've been challenged to make it look cuter. So if you have any ideas, just drop them in the comments and I will be waiting for your comments there. Also, if you want to stay in touch with me, you can follow me on Instagram, where I post pictures of my knitting and my everyday knitting life, or on TikTok, where I make goofy content, having fun with my knitting and just like being silly. So have a lovely day, my knitting friends and buddies.